What is up, everybody? Welcome back. So you guys probably was wondering what the heck happened to that 67. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in another video that I brought it back to the shop to finish it up. Took me a lot of time on that blocking on the quarter panel there, all the way to the doors. Just a lot of work. Had some help helping me finish this out. It's getting closer and closer. This is the step that I start to do my nitpicking before I go ahead and paint it. Had to go ahead and land some primer on this too. It's still a little bit wet. This hood, oh my gosh, I fixed this hood. I was having a real tough time finding a hood for it, and I didn't really want to take the time to fix this hood, but it left me no other choice because I mean, the hoods from where I'm at, either people don't want to sell them, or I don't know, whatever the case is. I found a lot of other hoods out of state, but it's pretty far. People can't ship. And I wasn't going to take the time to drive somewhere when I could fix the hood. As you can see on that side over there, the hood is now fixed, meets that fender. It's not all pushed in. That was a nightmare. That was a lot of that was just a lot of metal work, because this is not like the newer cars where you could just replace panels, or if it's pushed in a little bit you can pull it right back out with that real thin sheet metal. No, this is some freaking thick stuff right here, man. And yeah, I fixed that. Man, it looks so much better. It's so much better. Now all I gotta do is sand that. I'm gonna take this dang hood all the way down to bare metal. I already did it to that side over there, so I gotta do that to this whole hood, and that won't take too much time, just to strip it all down, get any ancient Bondo that's on there, whatever the hell they put on it. Ain't no telling until we strip that sucker down. But as far as the body, I'm gonna guide coat it one more time and just nitpick. Oh, and down here, there was a big old bubble right there. Now I had taken and sanded from here up all the way down to a lot of the spots were bare metal, or some stuff that still had some primer. Now when I started noticing that this was bubbling, I noticed a lot of Bondo right there. Not a whole bunch, but there was enough Bondo to get me concerned. So I went ahead and started grinding that stuff off, and guess what? Bam, there was a hole. And that was nothing but rust in there. So what I did is I just, started grinding away at all the bad crap. And when I did that, I took this guy here and blew all inside there. I took me some vinegar water and vinegared the hell out of that. Let it sit for a day or so. Came back and took some acetone to it. Once it dried it all up, I put some of that rust stop. It's called a rust killer. Now the only thing I don't like you can put it in stuff like that, but since it's red, you have, you know, sometimes that anything like a red color, the pigment will bleed through the paint. That's what we're trying to avoid. That's why I sprayed inside there. And I put the little minigun all the way up in there. Like I drew the fan all the way till it's like just streaming out of there. So I went and put it all up in there. And now that I'm done doing that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut some of that portion out into a square, and I'll weld me another little piece of square in there, tack weld it, and grind it all down, and put a light skim of glazing putty over it. That way we're not taking too much time, because this car's almost close to being done. And I see a little spot right there, which I'm gonna have to sand down and see what's going on there. But it looks like let's see what the hell it is. Oh, okay. It's when I chipped the other primer with when I was putting the doors back on it. So I'll just feather that all out and get it squared away, and we should be good. It's coming together pretty good. There's something I don't like right here. Okay, it looks like my body line where I put the glazing putty kind of drops down a little bit right in here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it drops down right in here. So what I'll do is, once I'm blocking the whole quarter panel back down, I'll see where that line's at. And if I gotta add a little bit more glazing putty on the top there to feather it all back into that body line, then that's what we're gonna do. But there it is. There was a big old rod out right back in here. It started from right there, right about in here. Big old piece of rod that I cut out of that. And I just fabricated some a piece of sheet metal, a pretty thick sheet metal that I used out of a hood, and I banded, shaped, and I just worked it real good till I got my angle there, slapped it on there, and it fit like a glove. Tack welded, finished my weld, grinded it off, and it looks freaking good, man. I even got that little shape. You see how this piece right here, it goes like this, then it kind of goes under. It's like its own little shape. Goes down there. And I kind of took the idea from the other side, because the other side did the same exact thing, and I've seen some other 67s where they do the same. I was thinking of putting my chrome trim right back on there, right on the door, whatever, but we'll see. I don't have that, so that's just kind of taking more time. So I might just go ahead and just wrap it up in some paint and say forget about the chrome pieces that go along the bottom of it. It would be nice, but it kind of looks clean that way too. All right, so we got it on this side now. You can see where the hood there is still up, but that's on both sides. That's because the hood hinge. The hood hinge, I have to adjust it and everything to drop it down some, but it's getting there now. Gotta block out that finish blocking out the door right there, and then check that out. I got big old primer runs right there. Good thing it's just primer. I'll sand that baby all down right there. Seems like that body line waves a little bit right in that corner right there. Waves a little bit, but once I block it, keep blocking it, I'll have it all straightened out, because right here in this area there's a little bit of glazing putty I put on that body line. So once I keep blocking it, I don't care if I burn into the primer and back down to the what's it called, the glazing putty. Should be fine, and I'll just keep working that body line. So that, and I mean, that takes a little bit of time, but once it's done, it'll be nice. As far as that goes, right there, it's all pretty nice and straight. Right here, I have to block that body line out, and that way I get that fine line, because I'm shooting for a fine line all the way through the body line. Once that's done, then I'll make sure I have my body line real cherry. I'm gonna give it one last guide coat just to make sure I didn't miss anything before it gets paint on it. And man, it's come together real good. And that wheel right there is coming off. The whole car, I'm gonna have it on jack stands anyway, so it don't matter. So when I paint, I can paint everything I need to paint underneath and everything. But there it is, guys. Just wanted to update you guys on the 67 build. I appreciate everybody that's subscribing and showing you guys the support. Man, it means a lot. So stay safe, stay positive. Until next time, guys.